Hi guys, Pink, naam Shabana, and she just became the Woman of the Year. I have with me the beautiful Taapse Pannu talking to us about her films, her career, her awards, why she likes to travel solo, and Judwaa too. So, Woman of the Year.
I mean,
Firstly, let's start with that. How does it feel?
It actually, the title is pretty heavy. I still don't know what to make out of it. I'm just happy that they recognize the fact that I'm doing quite a few films which are based around a woman or talk about a certain aspect of a woman's life. I think people have reacted better than what I reacted after receiving it. So it was, I didn't feel, for me always awards are, okay fine, you know, it's good that people also believe what you feel you are doing, they approve of it. But awards have never been a mark of evaluation of your performance, I feel, because they're all very subjective. There's a set of people who decide. So it's always going to be subjective from one award function to the other. That's why we probably never have same winners all over, right?
You must have heard this, your career can be divided into pre-Pink, post-Pink. So are you comfortable whenever you hear this, or you think that...
Yeah, I mean, whatever works for everyone. I don't have any problem. So see, the thing is, before Pink, people thought I'm being very slow. But you know, actually there are two parallels that I have in my career. One is with Neeraj Pandey, one is with Shujit Sarkar. When Baby happened, that was a point where people noticed me, and Pink is when people just, oh yeah, you know, she's arrived. But then I heard after Shabana, people said that this has put you on the map, whatever all that means. But so I have these two parallel people who took me in their films regardless of the other. So it was not like Pink happened because of Baby or Shabana happened because of Pink. So I have these two parallel worlds going on. So my life post Pink, yeah, it is different now. People also believe what these intellectuals believed that I could do. So yeah, nice.
So I can say that you're one actor who has like maintained a very good balance between Hindi cinema and regional cinema. So where do you get so much of all those energies from?
I am, you know what funny thing is, now Hindi cinema people feel that I'm maintaining a good balance, but now South complains that I don't work there much. So I am always under some or the other complaints. Yeah, right now I have an 18th August release in South, that is true. But it's not as frequent as it used to be. Once I had 7 releases in South in one of the years, I think 2013 or something. I had 7 releases. So compared to that, now people are getting shocked that I'm not really working that much in South. I am trying to balance it. What happens is whoever comes and books my dates first for a good project, I just give it there. But my intention is genuinely to balance it out. I'm still struggling to find a good Tamil project. Actually, I need to do that as well. So because I feel my market is pretty much good or open in all the 3 languages, and I don't want to uproot myself when you know already audience loves you there. I think it's stupidity to stop working there, and now I've kind of picked up the language as well, so it's going to be really stupid on my part. That's where I began, and I think I will never give it up.
So when you came to Hindi cinema, if I asked what was the work culture difference you saw, and now that you've also said some very strong statements about what the industry lacks and where we should improve in terms of South cinema. So how will you differentiate or compare? If you
I don't know which strong statements I'm talking about, because everyone comes up with a new statement of mine every now and then, so I really don't know which one are you talking about. But difference between these two for me primarily was in language, and because of that there were a lot of other differences that I saw. Because I had a language constraint when I was in South, I could only have limited number of roles I could play, because obviously you cannot experiment that much when you don't know the language that well. And when I reached Hindi, I realized what all I could do, because I have a good command over the language, and that's when I really explored new avenues and experimented with my roles and genres. So that's basically the difference for me. I didn't see any difference in terms of the magnitude of films, or we make some really experimental cinema in South as well, just that it doesn't get that much noticed as the Hindi ones get these days, because the multiplex, it's just purely business. There are more multiplexes covering Hindi films, because of which more multiplex audience walks in to watch all these out-of-the-box films, whereas there are lesser number of multiplexes in South, because of which you can't experiment that much.
So you are here in Delhi for sketches, and we see you're quite a lot into physical outdoor activities and all.
Yeah.
So how do you bring your personal touch to a brand whenever you associate with it in any way?
So this is the second time I'm coming to a Skechers store actually. First time was in Hyderabad when I went there for Pink. And that's when it feels nice that these people had a good recall of me to call me back again. And fitness or being active person, I think I'm a pretty adamant active person, so much so that I just can't stay at one place for long. I'm very hyperactive active person. So yeah, I am pretty active. And when I go outside India, I love to just run on the roads there because it's just so good to run on roads there. We can't really do that in India that much.
So that reminds me of your Norway trip, all the selfies you've been posting.
Oh yeah, I was pretty much on
That
foot.
is so much like any of us, like.
Oh yeah, someone told me, I remember one of the journalist friends of mine who was like, so how was it to be like a Japanese tourist in Norway? So I was like, oh yeah, actually I was a Japanese tourist minus a selfie stick. I didn't have a selfie stick, I had my GoPro camera. So yeah, I was in Norway and tried to just be a typical tourist going. I have this app which helps me plan my days. So I just input my number of days there, and it gives me an entire plan of those 3-4 days, what all you should see in these days. And Norway, why Norway? Because it's summers and it's Scandinavia and I detest winters. So I thought, let me just go and see the Scandinavia, or as much of Scandinavia as I can during summers.
Okay, so if I come back to the strong statements you said, there's something I read that you spoke how the industry, maybe the South industry, is obsessed with female body or whatever.
Actually wrong.
So
I gave a statement saying our entire country or the entire film industry, or for that matter, we sell what people buy, or it's a reflection of society in a lot of ways. So it's not, I in fact said don't single out South. Everywhere, I don't need to name the kind of songs that we make in Hindi films as well, where it's only about a female's body. So yeah, so we are obsessed with it, like it or no. I'm not saying that we are gross or we are extremely horrible human beings that we do that. Maybe in Hollywood as well they do a lot of that, but probably in a different way, so it doesn't come across like the way it comes across here. So it is how it is, you like it or no. I just made a statement, I just stated the fact. Now how people react to it is their own reaction. They like it, oh yeah, we are. Some people said that's the truth, that's how it is. And so you're like, how could you say that? Well, to each his or her own. And that's just my observation that I mentioned.
So will you ever want to be part of very Candy Floss kind of a film where like you might be asked to do a song?
I'm in Judwaa too. Does it say?
But I don't think that will fit into this category. That is like a fun film. That is
actually a fun film, I know, but it's got a lot of dancing. It's got a lot of glamour. I don't know if people will see me like that also, because in fact, lately when the whole glamour issue and all happened, then I was telling, in South I started off as a glamorous girl. Here it took me like 3 years to convince people that I can be glamorous enough to be a part of Judwaa. So it's just so funny that the two worlds or industries see me so different.
We saw you turning into this fangirl during the Salman Khan.
So the fangirl thing was because we've heard so much about him. So for so many years we've been hearing so much about him. And one fine day you're just standing in front of him there on a movie set, which you never thought you will, because I never thought I lacked at first place. So Salman Khan is standing right there in front of you. So you in the same premises. So you just don't know what to talk beyond hello, hi sir, how are you? So I was just like repeating words in my head, thinking should I talk or should I say this or that? So it's like, you know, that kind of a moment where you've seen or heard about the person so much that you're very conscious now when that person is around as to what should you talk and what you should not. So it was that kind of an intimidating moment when you meet the star you've been seeing. Similar thing happened when when I met Mr. Bachchan for the first time. But when you're working on the set, then the dynamics change. Then you are working with your co-star. Then those things just fade out.
So what do you have to say about when people compare Varun Dhawan and then Salman Khan? Like how will he be able to match?
I think Varun has gotten his own, and you won't believe that I genuinely feel that Varun has worked really hard to get into the shoes of Prem and Raja. I will give it to him for the hard work that he's put in. I could see the amount of stress that he's taking to make sure that he lives up to the expectations. In the entire time, I could see that it was in his head that he has to step into some really big shoes. And he was pretty conscious about it, and he was making sure he doesn't leave any stone unturned to get into the perfect character sketch of Raja and Prem, and it should be distinct from each other. So yeah, he has done all he could to make sure he fits in well. Let's see now how audience reacts.